Now, Freekshow, as far as the backgrounds of everybody in the band, did any of you guys go for lessons or training, or are you all pretty much all self-taught?
I can speak for myself and what I know from the guys. I don't know if anybody's classically trained on anything like that. I think everybody's they're just very, very talented, you know what I mean? I don't know, I think some of us, more than others, realized our talent sooner than others, you know what I mean? Some of us were late bloomers. Dave, for one instance, I mean, he's done like these cover bands and stuff like that, but you know, like this is kind of his first shot at like really doing something really cool, and he's like always tripping on it. Sean, however, has been doing this for 17, 18 years.
Oh, wow.
Because, you know, he's been around in Total Chaos for that long, you know. They've been around, that long, like 17, 18 years. I think even 20 years, I'm not sure. But, so he's been doing it a good long while, and they've been touring. They were on Epitaph, you know what I mean? So Sean's the guy that's gone, so that's why Sean's the only guy in the band that's gone from tour buses, or has gone from vans to tour buses to back to vans and even worse. You know? Yeah. The only one that's seen the good, the bad, and then the ugly again.
Yeah, full circle.
So it's kind of brutal, you know what I mean? But it's cool. The thing is I think, to his defense, is like he got into Total. The thing is he got into Total Chaos. There was somebody else in Total Chaos, the first guitar player. But when he came into the band, he kind of made the band. But they already, you know what I mean? But they already had the name already established, right?
Yeah.
They already had the deal. So Sean wasn't. He was never at the clawing away stages at the beginning of the band, like other bands are. So that's one thing that he kind of wrestles with here in Middle Finger Mob, even though it's like his baby and it's our baby in a way, you know what I mean?
Yep.
He's still kind of confused, like, you know what I mean? Like, we should have this, we should have that. And it's like, no, we shouldn't have this, we shouldn't have that, because we don't have the name and we have to actually work harder. And like, while you were busy doing Total Chaos for 18 years, there's been 18 years of bands that have been busting their balls that are getting way more attention than us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And there's been, I think there's over 1,000 records that were put out just last year, right? Am I wrong?
Hell, I mean, there's
not more, like, you know what I mean? And so, like, and the thing is, you know, it's like, of all the bands that put records out last year, maybe half of them, if you're lucky, moved 1,000 pieces. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's the demon that you're dealing with in selling records. I mean, yeah, it's fun, but there's so many bands out there, and if you actually move 1,000 pieces of your record lately, being an unsigned, unknown band, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We're not anywhere close to that, but we're at least a quarter to that. You know what I mean? So, and then people virtually don't even know we exist. I mean, that's just the reality. You know, we're trying real hard to get known, but it's like, you got to get out there on the road to let people know you exist. And if the money's not there to get you out on the road, then what can you do? You know?
Yeah.
So.
Now, Freekshow, as far as the band's influences, I hear that late 80s LA glam vibe, but with a lot of punk rock attitudes. What are some of the bands that comprise the influences of Middle Finger Mob?
Well, you hit the nail right on the head, if I should say so. I guess you'd say I'm influenced by all that 80s kind of stuff. But I'm influenced by everything. I mean, something that would probably shock some people is like, I'm a big country and western fan, ironically enough. I like it. Now, I wouldn't say anything like new country or whatever, but, it's like I'm like that outlaw country guy.
Oh, cool.
Like that. And I like a lot of 60s rock. I like Elvis Presley. I like all that kind of... Sean, he's influenced by, I would say he's very influenced by bands like Social Distortion, Rancid, that kind of punk kind of stuff, and a lot of those punk bands or whatever. So he's got a big punk influence. However, Poison remains to be Sean's favorite band amongst every band out there.
Oh, wow.
Just totally blows my mind, right? He's totally into punk, and then you go into his room and it's Poison posters all over the walls. I don't get it. Yeah. It's pretty punk rock. I mean, to me, that's punk rock, you know what I mean? So you're like this total punk guy, and then you have like Poison posters on your wall. You're like, what the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sean's a great character, you know what I mean? And he's like a big CC DeVille fan. And him and Brett happen to be friends. There's a track that he's got on his personal site, I think, Talk Dirty, that he did with him or whatever.